I'm not sorry, Miss Jackson, but I am for real. What it do, party folk? I'm your jazzy high priest chillin'. I do apologize, it is rather loud between the humans, the neighbors, the dogs, the building. Happy last quarter moon in Aquarius. It will conjunct with Pluto. We'll get to it. I will be reading a little bit of the Sabian Oracle by Linda Hill, and then I have Black Moon, Astrology, and Tarot to dig in. Thank you all for holding it down. I am taking my human design manifestor really serious this time around after 41 years around the sun. After many burnouts, maybe you feel very tired and perhaps the energy gives way to waiting for something to happen, but how I perceive it is perhaps it's up to you to start the party. Perhaps it's up to you to light it up, to throw all the cards and watch them land as they may land, right? Maybe you are taking heed and you're watching the fireworks display. I highly, strongly suggest that you watch it. Enjoy the show, baby. We're here for it. Did I say this moon in Aquarius will conjunct with Pluto in Aquarius? Mars just went into Leo. So it's like everything's been waiting. Everyone's been waiting to let it all out. So here's your chance. But yeah, we're here. I ask our guides of the highest, most brilliant divine white light to protect us as we connect, as we interpret the transmission, as I channel for your evolution. This is a very inspired time. Once again, you might be awaiting, and perhaps it's more about letting go, relinquishing control, right? So I'm going to read the Sabian Oracle, God bless Linda Hill, and then I have Suzanne Shepherd's Black Moon Astrology cards. I was already getting like Libra masculine, Pisces rising. Maybe you have Saturn in Pisces or just Saturn in general in your first house. And this is the moon is currently in Capricorn, and we are reading for Sundays for last quarter moon in Aquarius. So a lot of Aquarius, a lot of air energy. Thank you all so much. I'm ever so grateful as always for our energetic exchange, and I'm very magical, and that scares people. YouTube is so weird, y'all. Like, I love being here. I love having the channel. I've been posting a lot on the other channel. I love YouTube, but there's a lot of superstition here, especially the conspiracy theories. I'm just like not that into it. And so I don't want to make you upset just because I don't believe in the conspiracy. It doesn't mean it's not real, right? It doesn't mean things aren't hidden from us, but this moon could be the marker of like, what are you hiding from yourself? And then that lifting of the veil, that unveiling, helps you to understand what others keep from you, what others hide from you. Wow. Okay, Linda Hill, what's good? Aquarius 2, right? An unexpected thunderstorm. It is freaking snowing out there. Why? I don't know. It was so sunny last Friday. Happy Venus's Day. Born on a Friday. Extremely blessed. It is Mercury's hour. I attempted to record this during the height of the Venus hour, but Venus and Mars are just like blah. Anyway, an unexpected thunderstorm. Aquarius 2. Flashes of clarity often come like bolts of lightning that shoot through one's mind, spirit, and body. When the air clears, there can be a purging or clearing up of issues through incredible states of illumination. If it does get so loud, I will cut and come back because it's a lot. Humans are a lot, right? Like, Who grew these people? You may find that you are suddenly tested, always taken by surprise, or something shattering arises, okay? The best course of action to take is to not panic, but to see your place in the scheme of things and help others cope with what's going on. You may need to let go of control in the situation, as trying to be in charge of what's happening may well be impossible. Oh yeah, what was I saying? YouTube is so full of superstitions. So no, I'm not. I am very magical, but I'm not manifesting anything for you. Like, you are in control of that. Remain in control of your destiny, your fate. Pray to who you pray to. Meditate with what you meditate. Honor what you honor. Don't let someone on YouTube. No. There's a lot of drama in the Pisces YouTube. Like, why? Go away. What the fuck? You may need to let go of control in this situation, as trying to be in charge of what's happening may well be impossible. Endeavor to be a conduit for the unleashed energy in some way. Let the energy run through you and into the ground. Stay with the feeling of grounding the energy as much as possible. When the storm passes, assess what you can fix up. So next week is a huge release. It's a big release moment, or it is a marker of release, because even through the new moon in Taurus, happy birthday, sun in Taurus, I'm out of just in time for summer, right? I'm so sorry. Yeah, this weekend marks that gate. It's like release, relinquish control, and then start the release. So there may be a lot of emotional build-ups that burst. There may be things out there that burst. Once again, I'm not manifest. I'm a one little person out here. How am I manifesting anything for you? I'm trying to manifest something from me. Okay. Endeavor to be the conduit, right? Stay with the feeling of grounding. When the storm passes, assess what you can fix up. The keywords are sudden visitations of natural wonder, something that drops on you, seemingly from out of nowhere. So it might be like enlightenment, things erupting and happening fast. It might be secrets exposed, storms in a teacup. Shocks and confrontations with raw energy. I love this. Thunder, lightning, and electricity. The Tower card of the Tarot, being a lightning rod, water and rain that quenches and revives. Things being unleashed. So I also get the Courage, Strength, card number 8, Arcana number 8, or Arcana number 11. Are you at the beginning or the end? Likely both, right? If you're at the end of something, of a huge karmic chapter or era, that means you're about to start something. So manifest that for you, right? Don't let anyone hold you back. Not what's happening out there, but take care, right? We're not just vibing. I think there's a lot of new sensational speech about like vibrations and, you know, raising your vibration. Well, there's a lot involved in that. It's not just you stating like, I'm going to raise my vibration. Well, what are you going to do? You better clean up your act, right? Collective, what is up? Mars and Leo, right? Water and rain that quenches and revives, things being unleashed. So the caution here is losing control without warning, emotional instability, a backdraft of emotions, bottling up and blowing up, ringing in the right ear, confused by sudden outbursts, loud bangs and crashes that shock and stun, seizing up with fear, sudden unleashing of emotions, hurricanes and messy energy. Quote by Voltaire, "It is the flash which appears, the thunderbolt will follow." Armenian proverb, quote, "Clouds that thunder do not always rain." Okay. Upanishads, the cosmos comes forth from the eternal and moves in him with his power. It reverberates. I use that word often and I always mispronounce it. Reverberates like thunder crashing in the sky. Those who realize him pass beyond the sway of death. Charles Caleb Colton, quote, times of general calamity and confusion create great minds. The purest one is produced from the hottest furnace, and the brightest thunderbolt is elicited from the darkest storms. Okay. Quote by Robert Louis Stevenson, last one, quiet minds cannot be perplexed or frightened, but go on in fortune or misfortune at their own private pace, like a clock during a thunderstorm. Okay. So even if you are the caretaker, very community-driven leader, you do need others to care for you. You do need to speak up and ask for assistance or help. And maybe, on the other hand, you've never quit something that you knew you should, something that you know you should. Times are tough, but this is the coming to head, and I'm not just wanting to speak on like total chaos and destruction, but it's the darkest before the dawn sort of thing, the bat, and so it's best to not rely on the nostalgia. There's tried and true, and then there's like reminiscing, right? People like me, I guess, I don't know, I was born during the last quarter moon, right? And so these are the a point that's referred to as the crisis of consciousness. And I think it was like one of the, what's his name? I don't even know. One of the tarot readers is like, Pisces is good at crisis points. I don't think they are, but I think maybe they are a Pisces and they were born during these markers in the astrological timing. That means you are good. You're sort of pre-programmed cosmologically to be very conscious and aware of how to take care during these chaotic times. So, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to necessarily take care of you, but I am here to remind you that we will make it through regardless of whether we are together, regardless of whether I'm near and dear to you. It's gonna happen regardless. We're gonna make it through. The Aquarius number 3 is rebellion. Love it. Do you like how I end that message? My last boss used to warn me, please don't go AWOL, please don't go AWOL. What did I do? Bro, I flipped that table. Yes. Thank you so much. Spiritual guides of the highest, most brilliant white light. Tell us, give us this day, our daily. Okay. What's up for the last quarter moon in Aquarius? We'll just take 3 cards. It's good to take a step back, and I believe the argument is like, who has time or money for that? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Allow them to ask themselves those questions, right? When people speak up like that, it's like, got you there, right? All right, 5th house of creativity, which is Leo. Can there be a moment of having fun? And no, if you haven't addressed yourself, right? And yourself in this Aquarian time, it does involve others. It does involve the passage of time, and it does involve the mind, and not just it doesn't just involve creation with others, it involves creation with your higher self, okay? And understanding what the subconscious and the unconscious means in the time, in these times of creation. Like, what is rising to the surface, what is bubbling up, things from childhood or things from behaviors, right? Like, and yes, not everyone can up and change their behavior by like mental fortitude, but you can attempt to try different things. And I think that's part of being creative. And maybe you are not very creative, but that's where I would suggest coming in or bringing in those that are creative. I'll check in with that one, but it is giving me the Sun card. Also, I'm getting so much of like the Seven of Wands. Mars and Leo. Okay, I'm going to take that and this one. Oh look, North Node. Life's purpose. Okay, so feel exalted. Karma can be good. You can come out of a hard time, and then you can honor that the space has been created. You have been allotted space so that you can move on and create from your point of perspective, from your point of view. I always talk about the vision, but the vision can be flowery and romantic, or it can be like, where do I begin? Isn't that cool? That's like the artist looking at a blank white canvas, and do you want to bring in your fears? Like, that may be what you confront, right? Like being fearful of the storm. Wow, look at this Black Moon Lilith. This Black Moon Lilith is currently in Scorpio. So recognizing what you work for and how much you get for it. Do you want to do that? Do you want to keep doing that? And what about others who work for you or work in your favor? Who works against you and who works for you in your favor? What works for you? What is working in your favor? And that's part of the raising vibration, is like looking at things from both angles, okay? And then perhaps supposing that you can, once you've looked at subconscious and unconscious, that you can take time to honor what is working for you. And if you're like very Virgoan or very lost in the karma sauce, or very Capricornian, tired, you could be like, nothing works for me. So who's going to help you get out of that? It's that point in time of addressing where you block not even help, where you block yourself from receiving help, okay? So we were talking about the first house. Wow, here's the first house, the body, card number 25. So it starts up here, and it starts with the vision and also everything that you're spewing out or what you're listening to, right? So many of the senses are like really on, especially with Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. Heightened senses, psychic senses. Again, the thing about raising vibration is like looking at the dark, the shadow, what isn't working in your favor. How do you work against yourself too, first and foremost, instead of like the conspiracies against you, right? And then how is the universe conspiring in your favor? Well, wait, before that, how the hell, what are you doing for yourself? What have you done for your own self, for your own mind, your own body? Like, how are you taking charge and control? Even someone with full-on disabilities, I would come to imagine, like, there are those, every camp and every side of that coin. Maybe it's like observing and bringing in energy. Like, some of us don't have full scope and full range, and a lot of us are being like blacklisted in terms of like our disabilities, or like just even our identities are perceived as like minor, like, or lower, or you know, all those systems. How can you start the change from internally? And you can be upset, you can get mad, you can likely be very upset right now, because Pluto, that's what Pluto does. It upsets you where you haven't taken time to be very upset. That Scorpio, when you come across Scorpio energy, you may not even recognize until you're knee deep in your own BS. And that's Scorpio. It's like, let me take you there. Let me first, before I take you to the tropics. And yes, we can go to the tropics. We can drink pina coladas, but we're here. We're going to take you to look at the BS. Okay. How about that for raising vibration? How about that? So I remind you of my craft and my magic, because yes, there's a distinction between your path, your spirituality, and then what you've been observing and watching on TikTok, and also the New Age. This is the criticism about New Age. It's been around since people created the term New Age. So it really is about you. Did you ever, in coming to tarot, think about that? Like, think about all the labels and how people sell you all the things, right? Like the selling of I don't think you should pay more than $10 for a bracelet. And maybe it's not necessarily about me being a big old D-bag about it, but like, what about supporting more the local, and then you can see where you are limited in that case. Is that a conspiracy? You could just be rural, baby. You could just be out there. You could just be like, well, maybe the freaking rock out there in the backyard, in the bush, maybe that's the gem that I need right now. I don't need this clear quartz, but I'm getting a lot of clear quartz for you. A lot of quartz in general, right? We're going to look at all these cards. This is 10 of Cups, y'all. Like, I know I'm talking a lot of mess. I know I haven't been here in a while, and then here I am. So much love for y'all. All the love. I missed y'all. I'm talking to an inanimate object. But please leave me a comment, hit like, and hit share. Wait, hit subscribe. You don't have to share it. Let people come, right? Build it and they will come. So much talk about like new. The new starts with you. The new order starts with you. The new world starts with you. Okay. What is going on up there? There's so many noises. Anyway, card 41. Oh wow, 41. Wow. Card 25. First house, the body. Very Aries of you. A lot of fire here. And then Mars, which is the ruler of Scorpio. Ancient ruler of Scorpio and the modern ruler of Aries. And then we have Mars currently in Leo. Leo is governed by the first house of creativity, card 29, right? So a lot of fire in your emotions. How will your fiery, bottled up emotions work for you? How can they how can you affix and massage your emotions? It could involve the body moving things out. I'll release a lot of emotions. Which feelings are real? Which ones are more true to you, right? This is so uranium, like a lot of tower moment. Is this a whole tower moment? Give us this day, our daily tower. I'm not sorry, Miss Jackson. Wow. The Fool, okay. Appearance, the subject of your question. The way you come across. Beginnings, new projects, new starts, the body, the face you show to the world. So yeah, you're starting, even through this, I applaud you for wanting to begin something new. And you don't need my green light. You don't need me to clear your way. You've cleared a lot. You said no to that boss, that man, or that boss lady, or that boss person. You're like, no. Okay, I know that's tough because right now the world's like, the price of eggs. Let's see. It's like at every turn, every angle, why give in to that, right? Like, how do y'all think I'm doing if I can do it? All right. Tenzin Gyatso, the purpose of our lives is to be happy. The 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. Okay, 10 of Cups, positive karma. Rewards, the soul's enlargement, being in the right place at the right time. I don't know, maybe this tower moment could be just that. It could be very positive. It could be the eureka, like the enlightenment moment, right? Like the just like release it, like even in you crying, it's like maybe someone finally understands how you feel. And then are people really to blame? Like, no one knows how you feel until you let them know. No one knows the truth until you speak it, and not all truth should be spoken, because it's like, is first check in, is it true? Is it even true? Wait a minute. Okay, right. First it's like, come back to you, come back. Okay, slow it down. What is Black Moon? Card number 12 is Queen of Swords. Wow, yeah, talk about Libra vibes. Mystery, revolt, revenge, darkness, erotic obsessions. The Witch's Wand of Power. So is there a need to take revenge right now? No. Also take it from me. Actually, I don't know if I've ever taken revenge, but I have gone like bonkers and made a lot of men upset. I have made a lot of men upset along the way. So like, okay, you don't have to, because people like me, we've already done that enough. We've already made enough men upset. Yo, it's good. I love this. I love this reading. I love this for you. I used to get so upset when people would say that. It's like, you love this for me? I don't need you to love it for me. Maybe I want you to take that lead and be like, I don't need you to love it for me. Okay, I love it for myself. How Queen of Swords of you, how exalted Libra, right? I'm not saying Libras are like this, but the Libran archetype is like wishy-washy, because it does involve beauty and vanity, and it can be that superficial level of like, I like it, but do you agree with me? Have I ever, like, yeah, I think yes, even in my inability to agree, my disagreeability, I'm very much like a people pleaser, and after 41 years of that, I'm like, I need to rest, and I can't do it for anyone anymore. I cannot. Okay, life is a freaking mystery, but it ain't up to me to rummage and figure it out for you, right? Like, can you figure it out? And then yeah, anyway, what are y'all up to? Please hit like. Pablo Picasso, I know, very problematic man, right? Quote, every child is an artist. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up. Six of Cups, okay. The bliss of childhood, okay. Sun in Scorpio too. Very Scorpio of y'all. How many Scorpios? Okay, hit like, please. Tell me, say hi, say hello, leave me an emoji. I promise I won't reply. I'll hit like. I'll just give you a heart. I'll give you a heart. Okay. I don't. The bliss of childhood, creativity, the stage, staying open, hobbies, having fun, festivities, and free expression. Okay. That's beautiful. It's hard when you're like a 40-year-old man and the midlife crisis point hits. It's real. And I know it's hard. It's almost like we're in this global collective crises. Yes, didn't we start the message that way? Do you need to take revenge against anyone? Please don't. Like, there's no need to. And that was a funny thing. Maybe even I get caught up in the mess of like having even the slightest small collective. Like sometimes I'm like, hey, that reader is like saying the same thing I did, and like, what? So please don't take revenge on that. Oh my God, commit to you, right, Libra? Commit to you, right, Scorpio? It's okay. We understand you're being very genuine. In your tolerance, you will come. Wow, look at this Aquarian vibration. In you tolerating your magical, youthful expression, in you trusting you, in you not taking any vengeance or revenge, okay? Allow justice to come to them when it is due to them, right? That frees you up, frees your mind. It frees you from any desire to want to do it for them, and then you are free to help them. You are free to help others. I think what we're recognizing in the world is like, have not everyone is in this vibe, but like people really should help themselves, because that's them trusting themselves, and then people can help you. People can understand where you're coming from. Patience, and then virtue. Isn't that what patience is? It's learning, coming to the heart for that expression, self-expression, and then being tolerating of all the noise, right? Being real about it, that not everyone is going to accept you. Wow, happy birthday, Taurus. You're here. Okay. We love it. And then here's Aquarius, mirror, mirror. Okay. We get it. I've had, every time I'm complaining, I'm like, oh my, that's me. And like, that's why I talk so much shit about Pisces, because it's like, Pisces, that's you. Hello, Scorpio. Y'all know it doesn't matter what sign you are. Like, yeah, I can fall into the TikTok about Pisces is this, Scorpio is that, Aries is this, blah, 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 Taurus is that. But those are archetypes. And then it's like, it is a crisis of consciousness when you remove yourself and you mirror yourself, right? When you allow the mirror to show you. Wow, real. It's real. When you allow the mirror on the wall, when you commit to showing yourself who you really truly are, how you're really operating, how you're not that low level of intelligence to be like raising your vibration ain't gonna say, well, you know, if you were to approach it in a way where raising your vibration isn't about new age spirituality and paying $50 for a bracelet, or who stole the cookie from who stole the yellow or the blue, I don't know. Like there is a crisis at that point when you're like, wait, why am I tending to that? There's like a more exciting way of expression, and it's seen people allow themselves to fumble because we have karma here, and it's like, don't take that on for them. And I was saying that I know I joke a lot about it, about things like that, but it's more like helping you to really kind of laugh at yourself, laugh about it, and then we can laugh together. Then we can remove ourselves from the labels and from identities. It doesn't mean you relinquish every identity that you've ever belonged to. Okay, you can be the most identified weirdo ever, and that's fine, but it's these times especially, you know, if you're like an egg lover, you might have to check that, right? And that could be the crisis point, okay? You could have been really into who you are, or you're a Taurus, you're a Scorpio, like, okay, but like, what about when you come in contact with this person or that person, or when the planets are doing the shakeup, like, what does it mean at that point? I have a cosmic tarot. This has been a wild message, but it is about you being happy, finding moments in time to be happy. And where I'm going with it is like, it might be tough at first. It might be like, damn, yeah, I don't like this job, but like right now I can't quit, or like right now everyone is saying don't quit, or I have to quit, right? I quit. Maybe it's like you really love that behavior, you really love the bar down the street, but it, like, all of a sudden you're like over a certain age, and it's not even about age, it's just like the marker in time, or maybe the crisis is outside of you, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to take that on anymore, because every time you go to the bar down the street, it's the same freaking people crying about the same thing, or the same person with their thong hanging out, or, you know, you're always running into the risk of being drugged, and the conspiracies like surrounding you, and it's like, yeah, okay. It's sort of like what I talk about. Like, I always, in the last 40 years, it has been a really big learning experience about like we can just take my bank account dipping to zero and then me going back up, and it's like someone can come in and I can be making like, you know, 5-6 figure salary, and it's like, that's what they think about, and I'm like, so this designer sweater, I think my friend gave it to me, and it's a sample that they worked for this company, and like, yeah, like, if you wanted to know, that's kind of the vibe. Like, yeah, you can quit the job if you're ready, right? Everyone will question you regardless. Okay, what advice can we give to the collective? Well, you have 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, yo. Okay, end 10-10, end of an era, end of a feeling, end of a mood, end of a vibe. Yeah, the club was fun, and right now it's not fun, because you understand now that even as you make decisions to show up differently in the community, that's the marker, that's the enlightenment, that's the enlightening moment that you're like, well, I've changed, but they haven't. Wow, okay, thank you. And then you're like, I want to be happy. I want to have an abundant lifestyle that isn't about buying everything. It's like, maybe I do want to buy the $10 carton of eggs, but, you know, like, I don't want to be judged about it. Like, hey, maybe I do want to look good, but I don't want to have to explain it. And that means, yeah, showing up differently, and then that triggers something else, right? Isn't that what we were saying? Like, instead of it being a hysterical conspiracy, instead of things being against you, what if the origin point is within you, and it's more about you claiming happiness and understanding that moments of happiness, glimmers, they're glimmers, and they're feelings. There's small victories in time, they're fleeting. Okay, happiness is fleeting. Is this happiness? One minute it isn't, the next it is. And that helps you understand that sometimes you don't want it to be so fleeting. Sometimes you want that moment to last, and you can take control of that. Wow, it starts with you, Aries. It starts with the first house. It starts with your house, the house of you. Okay, so again, Aries could be about just how you take charge. Are you patient enough to honor how to show up in the community? Are you patient enough to understand that when spiritual freaks tell you to raise your vibration, one, they may not even know what the hell they're talking about because they're just regurgitating bullshit. Or two, maybe they are like telling you to go to therapy because that's how you can raise a vibration. Or maybe you need to save up to quit whatever it is. Or maybe you need to give that freaking relationship the F up and stop watching the tarot readers that are just like about you're waiting on the love, and while you were waiting, you were not waiting. You've been doing this, and it's like, you should have been doing that all along, bro. Okay, look, we have Prince of Pentacles. Let me check these out. Let me check them out. Y'all are giving. Y'all are very Scorpio right now. Scorpio's here. Taurus is here. They're like on the opposite ends of the wheel. And Taurus people, they do affect me a lot. They affect reality within me. They're like, yo, you Pisces, are you thinking clearly? And Scorpio's like, haha, you silly Pisces, you're thinking not clearly. See, there's beauty in it. Okay, but you have Mercury in Virgo, thinking healthy, wealthy. Okay, how are we going to rebuild? It doesn't mean like we can't shun ourselves, and we can't be shut out. We can't shun the world. Okay, it's about shedding. Wow, that's a freaking, yeah, that's a vibe. That's a whole spiritual, that's not even new age. That's spirituality, period. Okay, that's yoga. That's spiritual movement. Okay, shed this away. Allow yourself to feel different frequencies and vibrations, and allow your voltage to rise. Okay, allow the world to do as it will, and then originate from your healthy and wealthy, abundant vibration, your healthy mind. Okay, understand that when someone who does understand that notion of raising vibration, it does mean be healthy. Start with you. What are you thinking of? 9 of Cups. We have 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Here we have Jupiter in Pisces. So yeah, it can be very wishy-washy. It can be super expansive. We have so much rulership here. You are in charge of your freaking destiny. No one is here. No one on YouTube can really fold you or fool you. Okay, only you fool yourself. Only you bring yourself down. Okay, there's no reason to give anyone. And I've been telling you, don't give me any power. I'm not manifesting anything for you. It looks like you're manifesting a lot for yourself. You're wishing a lot for yourself. You're wishing for true love, for true inspo, for true inspiration, for a true creative moment. Okay, yeah, it means stop drinking at the bar. Stop it. Stop treating yourself poorly. Okay? Prince of Pentacles, it means you are creating your own magic. You are your own magician. You are very earthy. All the earth vibrations are here. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Very masculine of you to stare at me that way, okay? You're not the first man to give me this look. But I might be the first one to make you look at me like that, right? Like, this is a classic man look of like, what the? I know, I'm full of it. This is Venus, okay? Soften up, not to the world. Soften up to you. Honor your path to happiness and contentment. Is it all about money? Is it all about gain, attainment? Okay, at once it was, and now the world shows you otherwise. How are you going to maintain? Okay, how are you going to care for others if caring for yourself isn't part of that journey? Okay, are you here just to fulfill others' happiness, or can you also honor that you want to be content, that you want to be creative, that you also want to make it through the dark period, the dark times? Okay, the sun will come up. Will you be there to honor the dawn of the new day? Will you? Ask yourself that. Venus wants to know, as Venus now ascends, okay, above the horizon. Do you want to come up with it? Do you want to show up differently in peace? Okay. Here we go. Prince of Swords, very Aquarian. A lot of Aquarius, a lot of Taurus, a lot of Scorpio here. A lot of Pisces. What's good, Pisces? I heard Pisces be jacking other people's messages. How rude. What the fuck? Pisces, get the out of here, bro, if you're not gonna hit like. Pisces of all people, hit like, yo, what the hell? I'm not sick of Scorpio after you. The hawk, watching like the hawk. You're like, oh, here, like, take notes, take notes. I know, I'm a tough cookie. I'm not really. I'm just bitchy. Okay. I love y'all. Keep it very real. I'll be back with more, and we'll just see after this last quarter moon in Aquarius, because the abundant, very auspicious new moon in Taurus is coming up, okay? And it's asking you, you may have to start from, it may seem like you're starting from scratch, but you've been wanting this. You've been calling it in. You've been showing up differently. You've been saving. You've been healthy. You've been allowing your body to do its bodily things. You can't just like go to the gym and be a gym person forever. Like it's a flow. It's up and down, and sometimes you don't want to do the yoga, and that's doing the yoga. And you can't let a Pisces tell you that you have to do this that way or this way or that way or la la la. Like, shoo fly, don't bother me. Okay, I'm a banish you with my sword here. Okay, clearly, the hawk is guiding you. Okay, the hawk guides you to attainment, a new level of attainment that maybe isn't marked initially by money, but you'll get back to it. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Prince of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Cups. Life's purpose is calling. Does it have to be a big splash? No, it can be chilling the F out, okay? Quit blaming everyone around you. Have some heart, okay? Love ya. Ciao.